Hey, welcome to the Tuesday edition of Litter Media Live. I'm Dan Ramey, and thank you for watching here today on our Facebook page. We're just now getting started, so if you're just now joining us, thank you for tuning in. Coming up here shortly, we'll do what we normally do. We take a look at the news topics of the day. We'll also get you caught up to date with our forecast, sports, and this is that time of the year where there's not a whole lot going on in sports because of Major League Baseball. We'll explain coming up in a matter of moments. Also, our historic moment today comes to us from the ladies at the DAR, the Daughters of the American Revolution. It's our revolutionary moment. That will be coming your way here shortly. If you know nothing about Litter Media, if this is the first time you've tuned in, thank you for joining us. We do what we can to talk about the good things going on in our communities and all across southern Ohio and parts of central Ohio. We stretch from Columbus all the way down to the Ohio River, and then as far east over to Athens and beyond, as well as far west over to Dayton and beyond as well. So keeping our eyes on it for you. So thank you again for keeping your eyes on us. We get things started with a look at the weather, and here's what we're dealing with today. Continued sunshine with high temperatures to reach the upper 80s this afternoon. More sun and hotter tomorrow, highs near 92. And even, did I see 94 there? No, 92. And a chance of early, late day showers on Thursday. High temperatures Thursday will be in the upper 70s. As I mentioned, if you're watching for the very first time, we've got more than our Facebook page. We've got other social media, such as our Litter Twitter. That's what Mike Smith likes to call it. And also check out our YouTube channel. It is absolutely free to subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can go back and look at many of the shows that we have done here daily. Of course, we have those videos available here on our Facebook page too. But if you want to see it in the YouTube form, that's available for you as well. Coming up, a look at news next. But first, let me tell you about Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, your trusted comfort advisor for more than 4 decades now. It's hot, and if you've got an issue with your air conditioning unit, you want to make sure you give Accurate a call. You can click on this ad anywhere you see it on our website, littermedia.com. That will take you right to their website where you can learn more about the services that they provide. Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Budweiser beer, the king is second.
Who drinks Budweiser? You know the type. The people who grind. Those who don't back down. And the ones who don't quit. They say all people are 6 degrees of separation away from each other. But some are just a 6-pack away. The people who share the same spirit, share the same beer. This Bud's for you.
This is Andy Tomlinson. When ensuring what's important to you, our agents are there when you need us the most. Tomlinson Insurance, for the best coverage at the best cost. Visit us online at tomlinsonins.com to learn more.
So what's making news for us today? Well, if you take a look at littermedia.com, you can find the stories we're going to be talking about here today. But not only that, yesterday we had the opportunity for some Litter Media Live special editions. August 5th is the National Night Out, and yesterday the Chillicothe Fire Department's Jenna Williams shared details of this year's event with us, which includes a number of vendors and more.
So I got a little bit of both, actually.
Okay.
So really cool. For those that know Chris Colon and his taco truck, which is taken off in the city, he's agreed to come out. I'm going to put him right next to the poorhouse, who is also going to be serving drinks for us because it's going to be in that Dora location. So they have the Dora cups that we work together on having a business plan that is going to make it successful for them. One of the really cool things that happened this year is Adina Health sponsored $500 worth of ice cream for us from Antoinette's Ice Cream Truck. And Antoinette's also sponsored another $200. So we have a lot of ice cream we'll be handing out.
Kids will like that.
Yeah, I'll like that too. I'm
kids,
excited.
yeah. We'll like it too.
And then I have anything from my friend Stacy. She has a vendor site to teach you how to train dogs a little bit better. And she has classes that she has, so you can sign up for classes with her. We have mental health resources that are going to be there that you can learn what mental health resources are in the city. We have AT&T coming out to talk about affordable phone plans for anyone that might need a little bit of help with having a phone plan. We have substance use resources to if you need help getting to rehab or outpatient resources there. The health department is coming down. I'm trying to think who else. Adina Stroke is coming, so learn how to recognize the signs of stroke, which is really, really important to get help right away with them. I'm trying to think. There's so many that you're just like, oh, one really important one is Paper City Mentoring Project, Big Brother, Big Sister, and Life Ready, I believe, will be there. So children, teen, and young adult mentoring programs will be there, which I'm personally very passionate about. And this event will have a 50-50 raffle as well to sponsor Paper City Mentoring Project. So bring some cash if you like 50-50.
As she said, she is passionate about that one particular program, but I'm telling you, she's got a lot of passion for this event as well. National Night Out, August 5th, 5 to 7 p.m. at the Majestic Theatre in the green space there. And if you want to find out more, you can catch this on our YouTube channel. Just search Litter Media on YouTube. Kids 6 to 12 years old can travel back in time to experience what life was like during Ohio's canal era through the Ross County Historical Society. And this is an event they have for their children's program coming up on Wednesday, July 26th from 9:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Now, there is a charge for this, and you can find out more details in our story on our website. The program is titled Working on the Ohio-Erie Canal. They will discover how the canal was built, who built it, plus they'll learn skills of canal boat captains, also a canal boat builder, and a teamster who drove those horses and mules that pulled the boats along the canal as well. Again, more details available on our website, littermedia.com. Well, the century meeting of the Lee Walker Reunion will be held on Sunday of Labor Day weekend. It's all at the Bell Manor. The reunion brings together 56 emancipated slave families from the Thacker v. Webb plantation in Somerset, Virginia. The first Lee Walker reunion met near Grove City up in Urban Crest, Ohio, on September 16th of 1923. And they've continued to meet annually here in the Buckeye State. They did have one gathering in Alabama back in 1983. The Webb plantation was located next to Montpelier, which was owned by U.S. President James Madison. Again, that will take place on the Sunday of Labor Day weekend, 100 years. And congratulations, that is a feat in itself. You'll now be able to view Lancaster's Art Walk map digitally, all thanks to a partnership between Destination Downtown Lancaster and Visit Fairfield County, Ohio. The tour is included on the Visitors Center app. This allows for self-guided tours for all the artwork display that will be displayed during the Lancaster Festival, which is July 21st through the 29th. You can go to the Fairfield County website to get more details. Now, over the weekend, volunteers started gathering in preparation for the Lancaster Festival. And if you've missed any of our special editions with Mike Smith and Deb Connell, you can go to our YouTube channel. You'll find them there. We also have those available in our section here on videos on our website. As you see, Sheryl Crow and Andy Grammer will be the featured entertainment this year at the Lancaster Festival. Sticking with Fairfield County, we should tell you about their fire department, which did an exercise over the weekend. This is training on traffic management and incidents and extrication on a school bus. Richland Township Fire Department put this together. The Midwest Towing and Recovery also helping with this with the Lancaster Fire Department, and we appreciate them doing this because you got to train for these things you hope that never happen. Well, last week we shared information on riptide awareness, and the Pike County Health District wants swimmers to be aware of dry drowning and secondary drowning. What's the difference? Well, dry is when water is inhaled, but it doesn't reach the lungs, and secondary, well, it's hit the lungs. There are tips for swimmers in preventing such drowning circumstances, and a lot of this is maintaining an eye on the kids. So many kids they love the water. They want to be in that water. You got to teach your kids to swim, get them to a YMCA or your local pool, and find out what kind of programs they might have. And don't let the children swim alone, or rough play. I know it's fun to play in that water, but be careful with the rough play. And it doesn't have to be at a pool. As you can see there in the graphic, it can also be in the bathroom, in the bathtub. So all these things to keep in mind. Thanks to the Pike County Health District for keeping us informed. The Basement Collective is going to be at the Northside branch for the Chillicothe Ross Public Library in part of their summer music series. It's tomorrow at 6 p.m. They're encouraging you to bring a blanket, some lawn chairs, so that you'll be able to enjoy the show. These guys are fantastic, and you won't want to miss their show. In another special edition of Litter Media Live on our YouTube channel, my visit yesterday with these two individuals. That's the Ross County Humane Society Executive Director, Jen Thomas, and also Johnny Johnson. He is the board president for the Ross County Humane Society. They talked about the Bark in the Park car show and some other topics, such as during the pandemic, they had no dogs for adoption, but now they have plenty looking for homes.
Yep, we sure did have no dogs, and now we're feeling the repercussions of that because we have so many dogs. It's a cycle. Everything goes through a cycle, and we're just in a not super awesome cycle right now. But you know what? It'll get better.
Yeah. The reason for this event was to get the passion for cars, but also the passion for dogs together, and it's been a pretty good marriage, hasn't it?
Yeah. We were looking for ways initially to host larger events to get more people involved. And Johnny is a huge car truck person. He's like, let's have a car show. And so I think the first year we had 50 cars.
It wasn't quite 100, I don't think, the first year.
And it just has grown every single year. We get more people, we get more vendors, we get more exposure, and it's turned into something that, people look forward to our trophies, which, Johnny is notorious for overspending on, but he loves them. But the people love them because they're super nice trophies. And so, it just has kind of snowballed into something that, we've been able to continue doing, which doesn't always happen with a lot of events. So,
the car guy, Johnny, we want to talk more about why a car show? And there are car shows, it seems, every weekend throughout the summer, from spring all the way into fall. This one, is it kind of like the last blast of the year?
I think so. The Igniters is 2 weeks before ours. They're a big show in the park. There is probably some other national type shows, but as far as local, I think that is one of the latest in the season. And we've always just had a really good turnout. People that like cars seem to like dogs a lot, and for me, meshing the two is just the perfect.
It made sense, right?
Yeah.
Bark in the Park is again coming up Labor Day weekend, September 2nd in Yoctangi Park. You can get more details when you go to the Ross County Humane Society's website, appropriately named rosscountyhumanesociety.org. In our road reports of Ross County, the start of the bridge replacement project on State Route 327 between Londonderry and Blue Lick Road has been delayed for 2 weeks. Now it's going to begin July 24th. So just wanted to put that in your noggin. Perchance you happen to be traveling out that way and wondering what's going on with my road report. You can always go to our website, littermedia.com. There is an ODOT road report section on our website. All right, that's a look at the news topics for today. Coming up here in just a moment, I'll take a look at sports. Yesterday, we had a lot of sports to tell you about with the Major League Baseball draft and the recap of the weekend for things going on. Not a whole lot for you this time of the year sports-wise, and it's always like that. This is where athletes have a tendency to get into trouble. Nothing else is going on, and the news media is looking for something to latch onto. And so this is where you find the guys in trouble at nightclubs and all that kind of stuff. So, guys, gals, behave yourselves, would you? Sports on the way next. But first, let's remind you about Scioto Valley Dumpsters. If you've got a cleanup job that's either residential or business, these are the folks you need to call. They'll bring a dumpster to you for the length of time you need it. When you get done filling it up, Carl and these boys will haul it all away. Give them a call at 740-253-8389. Tell them Dan and Mike sent you for Scioto Valley Dumpsters. Sports next.
At Country Clipper, pride runs deep. We take pride in knowing our mowers help create a space for families to make memories. That our features transform mowing into an enjoyable experience. Most importantly, we take pride in knowing the decision to purchase a Country Clipper will be one you can be proud of for years to come. Country Clipper zero-turn mowers.
I was looking for a first job. I had been babysitting and decided it was something for a little more permanent. It pays very well. It's convenient. You can make your own schedule with the flexibility. That's something that I like. The people that I work with are great. I wouldn't ask for a better crew or management team to work for.
And if you want to work for McDonald's, they have open interviews every Wednesday from 2 until 5 p.m. at the locations here in Chillicothe. There are 4 of them up in Circleville, as well as Greenfield and in Waverly. Time for sports, and as we take a look at sports, like I mentioned, it's going to be a short sportscast today. We do have this from the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Ohio House Bill 33, which has been signed into law, requires the OHSAA and high schools to accept cash for ticket purchases. This all begins in October, which will be 90 days after the bill was signed. The OHSAA says they're working on options for schools that have gone to all online ticket purchases. Of course, this has been something that we've run into thanks to COVID. The fallout rolls right into this. But thanks to WCPO.com for putting this story together for us to learn more about Ohio House Bill 33. Now on to Major League Baseball. It's the All-Star game tonight. But last night they had the home run derby, and Vladimir Guerrero Jr., pictured on the left there, with his father on the right. They are the first father-son duo to win the home run derby. Now, Vlad Sr. was not batting last night. That's a picture from him way back when he was a player about 15 years ago. And they're the only father-son combo to do this. This is fantastic. So congratulations to the Guerrero family, and thanks to MLB.com for that photo as well. The All-Star Game is tonight in Seattle, and if you've never been to Seattle, which I have not been, but I know a lot of folks from this area, thanks to our relationship with Kenworth in Seattle, here in Chillicothe as well as Seattle, a lot of folks make their way out there. And I happen to know also that our mayor of Chillicothe, Luke Feeney, happens to be a Seattle Mariners fan. So good reasons to be connected with Seattle in that respect. We should also tell you that the Chillicothe Paints resume action today. They were off Sunday and Monday, but back at it tonight. They're on the road in Johnstown, PA, to take on the Mill Rats for 2 games tomorrow and then Wednesday. Yeah, tonight, tomorrow. And then Thursday, they'll be back here in Chillicothe to host the Champion City Kings. So we'll get a chance to see our baseball club come back. And they won that first half of the season. They've secured a spot for the playoffs. Now it's a matter of just fine-tuning things as they head in through this second half of the season. And what's amazing is there's only like 12 home games left. Where has the summer gone? Absolutely incredible. All right, coming up, not this date in history, but it's Tuesday. That's where we take a look at our revolutionary moment, thanks to the DAR. That is just ahead, right after these words from our fine sponsors. And please do us a favor. Make sure you go out and say hi to some of our sponsors. And if you happen to be shopping in one of their stores or doing services with whatever they do, make sure you say thank you for supporting Litter Media. We would appreciate that. Thank you for watching as well here on Litter Media Live. Revolutionary moment next.
At Rathkamp Financial, we act as your advocate in all wealth matters. We believe in long-term relationships and working to earn your continued trust with our customized investment solutions. Our greatest satisfaction comes from working with clients for many years and helping them realize their dreams.
For transportation options in Ross County, call Ross County Health District's Mobility Management Team, 740-779-9652.
Find a career you love with Pickaway Ross Adult Education. Skilled trades careers are in high demand with no signs of slowing down. Pickaway Ross offers career training programs with expert instructors and hands-on learning tactics to create a variety of opportunities. Visit our website for more information.
If you can't give true love to me, I'll understand.
It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Michelob Ultra.
Normally we have a graphic for our revolutionary moment. I don't have one for today, so you get to watch me read, if that's all right. We're going to talk about Bathsheba today. Oh, no, not Queen Bathsheba. Talking about Bathsheba Spooner. And I'm going to be honest with you, I'd never heard about this until the DAR put this information together for us. Bathsheba Spooner was the first woman in American history to be executed following the Declaration of Independence. After all, the plot to murder her husband is the reason for this. She was the daughter of a prominent loyalist, Brigadier General Timothy Ruggles, who had also arranged for her to be married to a wealthy farmer, Joshua Spooner. She and Spooner had different political leanings, from what I understand. A little extra study on this because I was intrigued by the story. She had an affair with a Continental Army soldier, Ezra Ross, who was injured. He was 16 at the time, and then she helped nurse him back to health, and at some point in time, she became pregnant after an affair. To cover it all up, she enlisted the assistance of Ross and two others to murder her husband. And on the night of March 1st, 1778, Spooner was found beaten to death and his body deposited into a well. Bathsheba and her three conspirators were soon arrested, tried, and convicted of murder and sentenced to death. July 2nd of 1778, now remember 1776 was when the Declaration of Independence was all laid into work in the whole deal. So this was like one of the early things that happened in our government. A 32-year-old Bathsheba was hanged. She had petitioned to have her execution delayed because of her pregnancy, which was denied. There was a board of, I believe it was 12 women and 2 men who were midwives who made the determination, nope, we're not staying the execution. A post-mortem examination revealed that she was indeed 5 months pregnant when she was hanged. So not a happy moment for our Revolutionary War moment today, but it is something that has happened in our history. So we try to keep focused on history and hopefully not repeat that history. Learn from it, I guess, is the way to look at it. Coming up tomorrow, normally when Mike and I do the show together, we talk about a radio moment. Well, tomorrow we are scheduled to have a special conversation with a radio announcer. Now, this isn't anybody from our past, but he's local. He currently runs Round Town Radio on the internet, and this is up in Circleville. And Travis Young is his name, and Travis, I want to say I think he went to Tays Valley, if I'm not mistaken. So we've got that Pickaway County in our background, so to speak, but he runs this radio station part-time. So we'll talk about what it's like to put an internet radio station on the air. When I worked in Pickaway County at WNRE back in the 1980s, they did everything full service for the community. And then at some point in time, they lost their radio station. And so now there just wasn't a way to get local news out. So it's the evolution of the broadcast industry, and that's part of what brought this program together. And we're grateful to Litter Corporation, Matt Litter, and his vision for what he wanted to see for us to do. And we appreciate him investing time in us and giving us an opportunity to still, as Dan and Mike, broadcast together, but also to bring you the good news of our community. And they're trying to do that up in Pickaway County as well with Round Town Radio. So we'll visit with Travis Young tomorrow here on Litter Media Live. So until then, enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. I'm Dan Ramey, back with you tomorrow with another edition of Litter Media Live.